Hello, I'm Anna. I am a singing teacher with the We Will Rock You project, and I'm just going to do a short video for you today with a few singing exercises and singing warm-ups for you to do at home at the moment when we're all stuck inside and we maybe don't have our normal teachers to be teaching us singing. So that's my job. That's what I'm here to do. So we'll start by just doing a few sort of physical warm-up activities, because the most amazing thing about singing is that you use your body as your instrument, so we've got to make sure it's nice and warmed up before we start. So it's been very cold at the moment, so we're going to start by imagining that we've just woken up in the morning and we're trying to get warm. So we're going to start by doing a big stretch, like we just got out of bed. Oh, do a big yawn. And then you're just going to warm yourself up because maybe it's a bit chilly in your house and it's really, you want to make sure everything's nice and warm. So rubbing all the way down to your feet, making sure your toes are nice and warm. And then we're going to start rubbing our hands, making sure our fingers are nice and warm. Okay. And then just pretend that you've gone outside and it's snowing and you've got snow landing on your shoulders, so using your fingertips to be the snow. It's landing on your arms, and it's going up your arms, and it's landing on the top of your head. It's nice and light, and it's falling down your face. And then we're just going to dust it off, just like that. Perfect. Make sure we've got every little bit off. Good. Okay. So you're feeling nice and warm. Perfect. So the next thing we have to warm up, other than our body, is our mouth and everything around that. So our lips and our jaws and our teeth and our tongue, and we use all of these when we sing. So we're going to start that by doing another big yawn, just using our palms to pull our jaw all the way down. So going, oh, oh, just like that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, and then we're going to pretend that we've got a really sticky, chewy toffee. So taking it out of its wrapper and then popping it in your mouth, and it's stuck in the back of your teeth. So running your tongue over your teeth and getting it right out, right into the back. Mine's really sticky. And then pretend it's a really sour bitter lemon, so scrunch up your face. Oh, it's really sour. When it's so sour and disgusting, you're going to spit out and go, bleh! And when you spit it out, make sure you open up your whole face, so blah, just like that, and stick out your tongue as well. So let's try that one more time. So chewy toffee. Then sour bitter lemon. So sour, and then blah, spit out. Good, perfect. It's a bit silly. Okay, so when we're warming that up, the parts of our mouth that we're warming up are our lips and our teeth and our tongue. So there's a little tongue twister, you might have heard it before, that we can do just to make sure that we really have warmed up all these pieces. So it goes the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. So we go the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, and then we repeat it over and over again. It's meant to trip you up a little bit, so if you fumble, then don't worry. So we go the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. Okay, now your turn. Okay, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue. Perfect, good. And then just keep practicing that until you're nice and warmed up and all those bits feel nice and loose and ready for some singing. Okay, good. So now we're going to do a few breathing exercises. So it's really important that we're breathing from the right place when we sing. So obviously you use your lungs, which are here, to sing, but you also use a muscle underneath called your diaphragm. And this pushes up your lungs and the air comes out your mouth. So it pushes up like this and then it comes out through your mouth. So we need to make sure when we're breathing that we're going and filling those lungs up like two balloons, so that when that muscle pushes it up, it comes out a bit like when you let go of a balloon and it flies around the room. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we've got a straw and we're going to put it to our mouth like this, and we're going to suck in and fill our lungs up as much as we can, and then we're going to let it out and go in one big, really long hiss. Okay? So when you do that, make sure you keep your shoulders down. So breathing in. And okay, good. Now your turn too. So making sure you put your hands on your ribcage and you can really feel your lungs expanding like a balloon. And think about that plate of muscle underneath that's going to push those up. So using our straw. And give yourself a little squeeze right at the end there, just to get all that air out. Okay, perfect. You try. So we're gonna get the piano now, and we're gonna practice that one more time, but we're gonna add a note this time. So this is my piano. So taking a big breath in from here, and this time we're gonna let out an ooh instead of a hiss on this note here. This is an A. So squeezing right at the end. So you kind of want to imagine with this ooh that you're drawing a straight line from your mouth all the way out to a point in the wall just in front of you. And the more we control our breath, the straighter that line is going to be. So let's try it one more time. So breathing in. And hold. And one nice big squeeze at the end. Okay, perfect. So we're going to do this again. We're going to breathe in the same way, and we're going to add in a few more notes now to practice afterwards. So we're going to try. So just a little 5-note scale. So breathing in with our straw and good. Okay, your turn. Nice, perfect. Okay, now we're going to make it a little bit more fun, and we're going to make it more of a jumpy scale. So at the top, we're going to go so for that little staccato, ooh, 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 you're going to have to stop it somewhere in here, so you'll feel that in your throat. So breathing in with your straw, and perfect. Okay, and there's a little rhyme that we can add to this just to help us remember what we're doing. So it goes, I am hopping up the stairs, now I'm hopping down. So we say hopping because that's what we're doing at the top. We're going ooh, 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 up the stairs. So we're singing up the stairs as we go up the scale, and then singing down the stairs as we come down the scale. So let's try that one more time. Breathing in. And I am hopping up the stairs, now I'm hopping down. Good, okay. So what I want you to do now is I want you to have a little think and think about what other way would I climb the stairs. So would I climb the stairs really slowly? And then come back down really fast? Or maybe you want to do it really heavily, and you can sing it in the same way as well. So you're going, I am walking up the stairs, now I'm walking down. And maybe you can use a heavy word like trudging, so trudging up the stairs nice and heavily. Or maybe you want to skip up the stairs and sing it in a skipping fashion. But I'll leave that up to you. So think about the different ways that you could go up the stairs and the different ways you could replicate that in your voice and sing it. Okay, have fun with that one. So, another exercise you can do, just to help us warm up all the way up from the bottom of our voice right up to the top, is a siren sound. So if you hear a police car or an ambulance, they always go woo! And that's a really good way for you to make sure that the top of your range, so the top part of your voice, is nice and warmed up before you sing. So they might sound a bit silly and you might look a bit silly, but that's kind of what singing's all about, so don't worry about it. So, woo! And as you get higher, you're going to open your mouth a little bit more. So, good, okay. And then we'll do a few where we start just from the top going down. So it sounded a little bit like a dog whining or something like that. So going, yeah, perfect. Okay, let's try a few of those. So, good, okay. And if you hear any bumps or creaks, just make sure we pick that point in our voice and we do a few little sirens around there just to iron it out. So you'll know where that is for you. You might have a very low voice, or you might have a very high voice. Just do whatever feels most comfortable for you. Okay, good. So I've got one more exercise for us to do together. It's a little bit of a silly one. It's a song about a penguin. So you might have heard this before, but if not, I'm going to teach it to you. So we're going to stand up. So here's our last little song exercise, all about a penguin coming to tea. So I'll sing a line and you copy me. Have you ever had a penguin come to tea? So going up and then coming back down again. So your turn. Have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Perfect. Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Your turn. Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Good, okay? And then we go, penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. And then we pick a part of our body to start moving like a penguin. So we'll start with our right arm. So like this, just like a penguin. Good, perfect. And then as we go on, I'll start to add in a few more body parts, and by the end, you'll be a full-on penguin, I promise. So, we'll start. Have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Good. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Right arm. Okay. Then, have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Both arms. 1, 2, 3. And have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Now your leg. So moving at the same time as your arm. Have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Both legs. Good, perfect. Have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Nod your head. And have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. With your tongue out. Have you ever had a penguin come to tea? Take a look at me, a penguin you will see. Penguins, attention. Penguins, begin. Perfect, well done. Well, this has been a little singing lesson warm-up sample from me, Anna the singing teacher with the We Will Rock You project. So please carry on singing and use all these exercises to help you do so.